For you, I'd give a lifetime of stability and anything you want of me. Nothing is impossible for you. There are no words or ways to show my love or all the thoughts I'm thinking of. 'Cause this life is no good alone. Since we've become one, I've made a change. Everything I do now makes sense, and all roads end. All I do is for you. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. That is Muscle Man's Bobby's song for Lily, since he's so in love with her all of a sudden. You know that's his song. That's for him. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review season 4, episode 3 of Tyler Perry's comedy, The Oval. Tonight's episode is titled Into the Woods. And before I get into that, I have to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers who asked me to review this show and tell me to keep reviewing the show. So that's why we're here. I'm reviewing it because all I do is for you. Look, I tied it into you too. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Anyway, shout outs to my lovely subscribers. I'm talking about folks like Jewel Winfield, Lamont Simpson, Savannah Rivers, Amore Dupree, who is also my manager. I'm joking around. She manages Ty and the Tyettes. Kryptonian Black, Nadine Harris. Shout outs to Goodness Brown, who's a new subscriber. Welcome, Goodness Brown. I loved your lovely comments. I gave you a shout out in my review of Power Book 3 as well. Ahmed, R.C. Kroger, Randall Brown, Atif Penny, and all the rest of you wonderful people. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. But anyway, let's get right down to this episode, which is titled Into the Woods. Where we last left off, the president was at the whole house. Well, no, he wasn't at the whole house. He was on the whole stroll picking up a hooker. Now, it turned out the hooker was actually an undercover cop or an agent or something like that. So they go in the room. Lonzo snatched the device off her chest, says she's an agent. The cops bust in. Lonzo, quick on his feet, grabs the president and puts a gun to the president's head. So he's pretending to have, listen, drop your guns or I'm going to shoot him. You don't want this on your hands. This was totally and absolutely ridiculous. But it gets even better because then Lonzo blows the place up. Basically, he drops a hand grenade. I don't know what that was, but explosives. The place explodes. The room explodes. The cops run after them. They get in the car. Lonzo and him get in the car. They get away. And the president is over here talking about, did you get the cocaine? This was sloppy. You forgot the cocaine. Yeah, this show is crazy. This show is crazy. This show is really crazy. He told him, look, you messed up the thing. You forgot the cocaine, bro. You messed this up. What's wrong with you? This is our president. This is the president doing this? Really? Meanwhile, we see Richard and Sharon talking with Nancy. And basically, Richard wants to know what happened to everybody else. Everybody else left. Then we find out, he tells Nancy, go upstairs and get Barry. Barry's not there. I told y'all last week, Barry is on the set of the game filming the actor Barry. That's why he ain't in this season right now. That's what I believe in. So anyway, Barry's not home. So now they're like, we got to go look for Barry. His car is still here. Just look around the house and see where he is. Because Richard wants to take everybody to safety to the vice president's house. Now, then we get there to the first lady and the president, because the president finally gets home. And the first lady wants to know, where you been? What's going on? You need to come back up to the room with me because We have to have a united front and look like we are grieving our son, Crazy Jason, which we all know Crazy Jason is not actually dead. He's in some cabin somewhere being held. And she tells him, she says, listen, he says, I know you killed our son. And she tells him something about, no, Dr. Jones said that he died initially, basically from the fall. But I'm like, I thought Dr. Jones told her he had cancer. I don't know. So she's telling him the staff needs to see us together. You need to come upstairs. He's telling her no, he doesn't want to come upstairs. He lied about saying where he was, a lot about saying where he was by saying he was up on the roof, which wasn't true. Then we see her, the first lady, trying to get the answers out of Alonzo, and Alonzo doesn't answer that. All of that was really stupid. And then we later see Alonzo getting questioned by another Secret Service agent that we haven't seen before, asking him what happened. Alonzo was hesitant to state what happened, but the guy already knew because, you know, he got friends down at the precinct that told him. So he said, listen, when we do stuff like this for him, what we usually do, we send a whole crew, a whole detail, not just you. What's wrong with you? We would have everybody, not just you. That was stupid. Don't let him fool you. And, you know, we'll clean this up for you this time. And he said, listen, don't worry. We'll have to make sure someone takes care of your car by basically doing what? Getting rid of it. Then we have Kareem, Dell, and Alan in the car, going nowhere slow, circling the blocks or whatever, trying to figure out what they want to do, having this discussion and making sure nobody's following. Kareem is going in circles. And then Dell comes up with an idea. He said Dell comes up with an idea. He said, why don't we go camping? Yeah, that's nice. Let's go camping. Let's go on camping. And you see this little tension between Kareem and Alan because Kareem is like, whose side are you on? This, that, and the third. And Alan tells him, listen, Donald tried to kill me, so listen, I ain't on his side either. I'm on y'all side. So then they come up with this idea, let's all go camping. Yeah. I'm like, what's going on here? Because Dell has a tent in his car. So they go to the woods and, you know, Kareem is not really feeling this and he gets really rude with Dell and he's like, listen, I'm not used to this type of stuff. You was the homeless fool. You was the one used to this out in the wilderness stuff. And he realized he hurt Dell's feelings, so he apologizes. And then he says, I'm just stressed, you know, because I feel like such a fool and so weak because I couldn't even protect my girlfriend in front of, you know, that punk, talking about the president. You know, he made me look so weak in front of him, and I know Sharon views me as weak. And then Alan makes a little statement like, oh, yeah. And so you look like there's about to be some tension. And Alan says, well, mine is worse, bro. He says, the president was screwing my girlfriend and she got her brains blown out. But I'm like, Alan, you're definitely weak and an idiot because she told you to your face she ain't want you. You should have been on the first plane smoking and left her alone because she was nothing but a hoe anyway. I ain't saying she deserved to die, though, but I'm just saying. So then they bond. I'm guessing they're bonding at the campsite because it's like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I guess there's this bond now. Meanwhile, while that is happening, Kyle and Muscle Man Bobby are, speaking of camping out, they're camping outside of Donald's house to see what's going on. There's too many people in this detail. And it's like, no, there's no way you can go in here and get her. You can go in here and rescue Lily. And Lily is in the house, tied up still. And Donald is still taunting her and telling her, yeah, go get your man. I want him to come here, this, that, and the third. So now what ends up happening is, it just was so crazy. So what ends up happening is basically they go to the first lady, they go to the vice president's home. You have Richard, Nancy, and Sharon. And Richard says, listen, I got to go because I don't have Barry, so I need to go find Barry, right? They do that. And then as he's saying that, in walks Kyle. And Kyle is like, listen, Donald has Lily over there hostage. So here we have a plan. This is what we're going to do. Um, I'm going to go to the White House. That's what the vice president says. So with him going to the White House, now he needs detail on him. So what does this do? This takes some of the detail away from Donald's house. Now I'm saying to myself, what kind of low budget security detail is this that y'all don't have enough security to cover the vice president, the president, Donald, all of these people? You should have people to cover them. I just don't understand this, but it's like so Donald gets wind of this, and it's like, oh, one of the security guards, one of the Secret Service tells Donald, listen, man, we got to take some security from you because we got to take some of that detail over to the vice president. So then now Donald was taunting Lily again. He's like, he think he's slick, huh? I see what's going on, but I still got enough security. And then she tells him, she says, listen, my man coming for me. I don't care how much detail you have here. This is what she told him earlier. You can have 12 minutes, don't matter. When a man is in love, when a man loves a woman. That should have been the song. But you know that that should have been the song I sang for them. She told him when a man loves a woman, when he's in love, he would do whatever, across the ocean, do whatever he got to do. I'm still trying to understand how Muscle Man Bobby fell so head over heels in love with her. I just don't get it. It's just not for me to get. That's crazy. So now you got Richard out here trying to go find Barry, wherever Barry is. I told you Barry's on the set of the game. Then while all of this is going on, Kyle gets a call from Max. Max tells him, guess where I'm at, dude? I broke free. You did a bad job because, Max broke free. You did a bad job, brother. And guess where I'm at? He tells him, I'm at 2300 Jackson Street, or did he say 1313 Mockingbird Lane? Whatever the address, that address is Max's in-laws' address. And he said, I'm going to go get your son. So Max is like, don't you dare. So I guess he's off the run to get Kyle now. So you know what that does? That's going to leave Bobby to fend for himself and be a hero and try to rescue Lily from Donald's house with the remaining detail that's there. Are y'all following? I hope you're following. Then we go to Sam in the hospital with his wife. And he's with Priscilla, and he's telling Priscilla, listen, I got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. She says, but it's 3 a.m. We got to wait. She said, no, you need some rest. He says, no, I got to go. They're going to try to kill us. She's like, no, get some rest. Now, Priscilla, with all that you've gone through, don't you think he might be telling the truth? Like he might be correct, like y'all might be in danger. But no, she sets the calls in the nurse or whoever that was, and the nurse puts something in to get him to sleep. And the nurse says, well, if he's not behaving, I can put restraints on him. Okay, she's doing a bit much. So then Sam says, I can taste what did he say? Titanium, whatever he could taste. He could taste the poison. Take this out of me. Take that IV out of me. Because he's like, it's going to kill me. Take it out. Take it out. She's like, okay. That whole scene was just weird to me. She's like, take it out. Okay, fine. So she takes it out for him, and that's where that goes. Then we go to the First Lady, and I thought she was going to see the president, but she's actually going to see the vice president. And she starts with all this, and he's like, what do you want? Get out of here. This whole thing. Next thing I know, she takes her robe off and she starts flirting, and they start kissing. So I guess this is the big twist now. The vice president and the first lady have been messing around. So who are they planning to take down? Like, I thought that the vice president was trying to take them down. So Tyler, help me here. What's this twist? What's going on? What is all this really about? And saving the son and all of that. I'm confused. But that was the twist right there. So that's all I have. That was it. And shout outs to Randall Brown. Randall Brown said in the last his comments in the last review of this show, he said, This is 4 seasons already. It should be time. It should be time for an election and another president. Cancel this show. That's what he said. What are y'all thoughts? How are y'all feeling about this season so far and about this show? Y'all told me to review this. That's why our brother's here reviewing it for you. So tell me what your thoughts. I laughed. The show made me laugh tonight. That's why I call it a comedy. The show's funny to me. But yeah, that was that twist. I was like, oh, okay. So that's the twist now. So we got to see what's going to happen there. Well, that's all I have. Thank you for watching. Tell me your thoughts down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.